Welcome, Paddy. It's firstly no stranger to the club, are you? Having spent a few happy years as a player back in the 90s. What are your memories from back then? 113 appearances, I think it was.
Yeah, 113 appearances. I think it was over a four season spell. I had an injury towards the back end, but I think for the first 3 seasons I was injury free. It was a tough team to get into. There were some class players, Derek Fox and Neil Summers, two great halfbacks. But eventually got my opportunity and had some real good memories.
And there were some highs and lows, obviously, for that playing group at the time, as I remember. Do you have any abiding memories of the good times and perhaps the disappointments?
I think the most disappointing game was obviously the grand final against Wakefield. The tiniest of knock-ons, maybe or maybe not, depends which angle you look at, and then Pratty racing down the touchline to score the try.
Stuart Dickens, who's really highly rated by coach Steve Sims. He predicts that Dickens will play for Great Britain. Amon got a hand to that, and the referee waves play on, and Asa Amon is away. Fuller is chasing him. He hasn't got the pace, but he's got Carl Pratt alongside him, and Pratt will score. Wakefield looked to the referee. It looked as though there was a Wakefield hand, Featherstone hand in there.
And then for the referee to pull it back, linesman had his flag up, and Wakefield went on to win, and they haven't really looked back, have they? They're doing pretty well. But as far as us, it was a real disappointment. You really felt the disappointment in the changing rooms, the fans. It felt like they'd been waiting a long time to get back into the top flight then. Never mind now.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I've never had the heart to watch it again since.
Do you know what? I don't think. I think you're right. Because it was the end. Because it was the last game. It wasn't like we did a video analysis of it after with Simsy, our coach. It's probably locked away there in my mind somewhere, and really don't want to look back on it. But there was lots of positive times, lots of great times in my seasons here. I think I got a couple of hat-tricks, and then
And that era, it saw the emergence of some outstanding young players, didn't it? Such as Stu Dickens, Neil Lowe, Jamie Stokes. I know you're big on the development of young players, and you're actively taking part of it even now, aren't you? You're doing a bit of coaching at Youth, I believe.
Yeah, I've been coaching down at Youth with my son's team. It's under 15s, but started that at under 7s. But you're right. I remember walking into that. I did my academy apprenticeship, if you like, at Leeds Rhinos, and then Wardy snapped me up to come to Featherstone. I remember coming to Featherstone, and there was just such a crop of great talent, and it was all local talent. I'm not sure all those are local, but you're missing off like Rooney off there. There was loads of good players. Epi the hooker. There was just a full team. It was a full academy, and then the academy moved up into the A team, and then it was replaced by more young kids. I don't have the list in front of me, but I do remember thinking, they've got some good youth here, and like you say, when you talk about the likes of Dickens that come up through the academy into the A team, and I don't think he played much time in the A team, if I'm honest with you. I think he just burst straight onto the scene, and for a young man to play that position and play it really well, I think the writing was on the wall for him from the very start. Very good player.
Who would you say were the best players you played with, or the best player you played with, and perhaps the best player you played against?
Featherstone. That's tough, because there's lots of things that make up a really good rugby player. There's those players that are just so cool and calm under pressure. There's those players that you look to get you out of a hole when the chips are down. I don't think I'd like to single one out, but if you're forcing me, because you're nodding your head behind there, I'm going to go as far as leadership and leading by example. It'd have to be Sean Irwin. And then as far as that guy that just has that inner strength, is probably Asa Ramon.
Great players. What about playing against them?
There was a player. I mean, he's not like he wasn't international, but he was a really good player, and it was an Aussie kid called Brad Davis, and he played 6. I used to watch him play at York when I was at Leeds, and then when I came to Featherstone, he went to Wakefield. I remember playing him, and he was really slick player. So just a bit of a curve one in there, because the list at Leeds there was some great players. Gary Schofield that I played with, Paddy Handley, Kevin Iro, Alan Tate. There was some real superstars over there. But yeah, that's just something a little bit left. From a white van to where we are now, working in the major cities in the UK, and currently in Edinburgh, Manchester and London. I'm really proud of what I've achieved. But the opportunity really was me reaching out to Mark and Martin when I saw the release that Mark had just had enough, really.